Hey man, you're back with an Atozy reaction. It's been a while because I've only been really paying attention to this one, I guess, case in particular, and it has to do with Johnny Somali, aka Ramsey. So yeah, there's been a new update, and yeah, I've seen the live video he posted before this one, but I mean, I didn't react to it obviously. So I assume this is going to be like a more detailed version of that. So yeah, this one is titled "Disrespectful IRL Streamer Now Facing 41 Years in Korean Prison," and I can say deserved. And I guess based on this pause here, I guess, and I will be pausing, so it seems like Hank is still with him. I thought he was trying to like distance himself from him, but maybe not during the trial. I don't know. Well, let's just see what Atozy has to say in this video.
This is the disrespectful IRL streamer walking out of court realizing he's completely destroyed his life. And now he's facing a max sentence of over 40 years in prison once you add up all of his charges.
I feel like they should do the max. Just setting an example so no other type of, like, no streamer of this type, no content creator of this type, or even people of this that does this will be, I guess, more inclined to do it. So if they give them the max, then they'll be less inclined to do it. So yeah.
Charges together, 6 of which he's already pleaded guilty to. And
yeah,
things
that's
keep
wild.
getting worse for this guy because he refuses to apologize. He keeps on doubling down on his moronic behavior.
Is he sponsored by Gamer Subs now? See that little tub here, front and center. But yeah, like what a lawyer though. What a lawyer they got. Just stall and then plead guilty. It's just like, I don't know if that's gonna give them leniency, but I mean, I guess we'll see. I don't know how their, I guess, court works. So.
And at this point, he's just completely digging his own grave.
Yeah.
To the point where he's honestly really going for that #1 spot of the Influencer Hall of Fame morons. Now, you may be asking, how is this possible? Well, he's built an entire career off of harassing people in public.
I'm surprised he didn't wear that Kanye outfit.
He went to Japan to do exactly this, and quickly found out because people started confronting him all the time. And it's crazy how much I called what was going to happen over 2 years ago.
You're from America?
Yes.
So am I.
You're from America?
Yeah, you're being obnoxious.
You know what we do to you?
What do you do?
As you can see, this one, the title's right here. I don't think did I react to this one? I don't. It's 2 years ago, so probably not.
We will do again.
Do what?
His career path is now limited, to say the least. He can keep streaming to the morons who are entertained by his behavior, but at some point, being disrespectful like this will either get stale or it's going to catch up to him in the worst way possible.
But back then, he ended up being chased down by alleged Yakuza members. He was forced to apologize multiple times, but because he didn't do it in a sincere way, he ended up fleeing Japan for Thailand.
Thailand? What? He went there? I know he went to Japan. I knew he went to, I think it was Israel. I didn't know he went to, what? When was this? Like when was this?
So in September of 2024, he arrives here in Seoul, Korea.
Yeah, probably had to cut all that out. I could leave that in and try, but I don't want to like play with music too much.
And he goes to the
But yeah, I didn't know he went to Thailand. Like I said, I knew he went to Japan, and then I thought he went to Israel afterwards, and then Korea. But I guess Thailand was a stop.
Mapo district, and he starts to stream by going straight into this GS25 store here. And he immediately made his way to the refrigerated section to buy soju, a traditional Korean alcoholic beverage normally made from either rice or sweet potatoes. And with
I just wonder, like, how much more traction, like the places he gets, like how much more foot traffic they get now, may be partially because they feel sorry for the place and just want to help the business out. I don't know, but yeah, it's interesting to see. So yeah, I don't know if this is cheap or not though.
he starts harassing the local citizens of Seoul. So after stopping at this GS25, they made their way down here. Obviously, this venue was packed, and he ended up running up on the stage. So not long after he goes live here in Seoul, Korea, he immediately jumps up on this stage and interrupts a televised performance.
That's like a pilgrimage.
So it took him about 10 to 20 minutes to start worrying if he was going to get arrested or not. So they made a run for it and ended up running to this bus stop right here, and they got on this bus. And here he only rode the bus for a few stops until the bus driver actually threw him off the bus, which in South Korea can easily be a business disruption charge, which he's currently facing 4 of. And you can really tell how uncomfortable his friend got with Johnny because he immediately left him, because that was the last time he ever saw his friend on his stream.
Oh, wow.
And soon after,
I didn't
he
even
went to
realize
this
he had
market and
enough
bought a
person.
fish, went onto a bus, and started harassing people with the fish and playing North Korean propaganda. And when people asked him to stop multiple times, he did what he always does. He laughed in their face and didn't do so. So he was eventually confronted by the police, lied to them, so they let him go. And then he continued what he was doing to begin with. And then he was confronted by the police again. And then he lied to them again. And then he was let go yet again. The cycle just keeps repeating with this guy. But unfortunately, they just kept a tally and kept charging him with more and more charges.
Why are you being to other people in other countries? For money, for clout. I've said it, man.
Like, there was he had so many outs. So many outs. And I guess he kept doing stuff and he's found out. Like, it's so aggravating.
Anytime. I don't give a I have no morals. I'm a sociopath. I don't give a Put this in your next YouTube documentary. I don't give a fuck. I want to apologize to the Korean people.
And at this point, I guess he just felt completely invincible here in South Korea. So that's what led him to do the 7-Eleven crash out.
Like that was disgusting behavior, but that's what I'm saying. Like, he should get the max. He should get the max.
And then later on, the Latte World incident.
No remorse and just that, and then how he acted during court. Why would they go lenient? Just because he pled guilty? No.
French, no English.
And this is what brought me to Seoul in March of 2025, because he was officially indicted. And I've been covering all of this from afar, but I wanted to see what this train wreck was like in person. And honestly, I was in complete disbelief. I've never seen a person who clearly knew better act this dumb and completely destroy his life for zero upside. By March of 2025, he'd already been stuck in Korea for months.
Yeah.
And finally, he had his opportunity to just apologize,
Right.
take his penalty, and go home. What did he do, though? Absolutely not that. Instead, he chose to insult the judge and judge's family just days before his trial, then show up to his trial over
Drunk.
an hour late drunk.
Yeah.
The judge, the prosecutor, y'all can suck my causing anxiety by carrying a fish. Tell the judge you can suck my. I'll bring a fish to your mother's house.
Like even if you go with the logic of like he's an American, he knows like the American rules and stuff like that, but like you don't do that in America either. Like what?
Is there anything you want to say?
The car.
Do you admit the charges? Don't you
So
want to
much
apologize?
censorship.
I love North.
Now, as you can probably see,
How do you say that on like a interview like that?
that was a complete disaster before, during, and after the trial. So did he take this as a massive wake-up call to maybe sharpen up, start apologizing,
No.
and get his stuff together? Absolutely not. He continued to live stream himself committing felonies.
Stop this man! Stop this man! He's harassing my girlfriend! Go away!
Jeez.
At this point,
I mean-
I don't even know. How is this person real? And this is what's brought us back now in August of 2025, because he's now racked up 8 charges.
At least. At least 8.
So we're now on our way to interview a guy by the name of Jung Do, because he hit me up the other day and he claims that he sucker punched Johnny in the face, and he wanted to take us to the spot where he did it. And
Well, is that the same guy that what was it, Legal Mindset plays a clip of like at the end of his videos.
And give some backstory to why he did so. We're standing here in Guangzhou Market, and I'm here with Jung Do, who infamously punched Johnny Small in the face while he was standing right here. I had a few questions for him about what happened, and my first question would be, why did you do it?
So the reason why I did it is because he was assaulting people in my country. Just by his behavior, just made me feel like furious. Made me go like blind rage just by harassing women and children and elderly people because for its clout, and also desecrating the statue that memorializes women who were forced into slavery, sorry about that, by Japanese imperials, which, by the way, most of them are underage. So after he did that, I just like, you know, screw it, I'm just gonna risk it.
Because you're in your 20s, I'm assuming most people in Korea in their 20s also feel the same way towards him, or?
Yeah, where everyone's just sick of him. Most people just recognize him for wrong reason.
If I may ask, how were you able to track him down?
So to make it short, I was about to like, you know.
Yes, Rainbow? No. I've been watching a lot of him lately.
Do some of my personal like problems dealing with like accounting things. So then all of a sudden, around like 2 or 3 o'clock, Johnny was live streaming. I decided to call my friends, so we decided to gather in the Discord call and told them, guys, this guy is streaming. We gotta figure this guy, where this guy is. I know where his house is, but I'm not sure if you go to other places that I'm not familiar with. So can you guys track him down while I'm riding a train? And it was like, sure, go ahead. So basically the 4 of us figure out where he's going. Man, it was like a really long journey. And it kind of point I was like really exhausted by it. I was like really close to giving up. And then until one specific spot that helped me find this guy. It was a coffee shop right here.
Oh, so it was the White Button Coffee and Dessert?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, okay.
But it's all because of this place that figured it out. And all of a sudden I was like filled with just adrenaline coming up. In my mind, this one music from a Red Dead Redemption on the Nightmare. I think it's called Voodoo, Bad Voodoo. Have you played that game?
Yes.
So this music was playing on my head, and then I was like, kept running, and then I arrived here. And one of my friends just told me like, dude, I saw a police station in your camera. Bail, man, just bail. And then I walk across the street, and then I came here.
You ended up sucker punching him right here, and then you ran this way, right?
Yeah.
And he kind of started chasing you a little bit, and you had a little bit of a confrontation. So you guys ran down here, and then if I remember correctly, you ran down here, and then this is essentially where the altercation ended. Because he said something, you ended up running a little bit back up the stairs, and then you went, oh, okay, I gotta disengage.
Yeah, right? It's like, you know, I'm just so tired. I just want to go back home. That's it. If you want to go around and harass these people just for clout, or just do something really stupid in public, get a life, or do something.
Thanks.
And be prepared to face the consequences of your actions. That should be a given, but no, like seeing all this stuff happen, not with just Ramsey, but with like Atozy puts a lot of other stuff on his channel that I haven't reacted to, and yeah, just they don't think about the consequences of their actions. They just think about, oh, it gets views, I'm doing this for clout. Oh, like I think in like past there was like the bank money glitch. I was, oh, I'm gonna get rich even though I'm committing a crime. It's like, no.
Much for your time. I hope you have a wonderful day, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Operation 2 a.m. pizza secured. Now we gotta find a See You Again or a 7-Eleven. Oh, right here. Okay, that made it easy. Something in here is calling my name as well. Do I want a fish ice cream? It's like a bean paste.
This is delicious. I've had some recently, and they are I usually get the ones with the matcha ice cream though, not the vanilla. So I'm like, if I had to choose, I'd choose the matcha, but the vanilla one's nice though.
Ice cream as
so
well.
What else is there? Like, get a Kit Kat. I remember like when I went there a long time ago when I was like a kid. I remember like getting like these types ones a lot, and they don't show it, but they used to have like these like cups of ice that they would sell as like flavored ice cubes that you can like, but it's like they're not super hard, so you can bite into them without hurting your teeth. So I had those a lot, and like these ones as well. No, there was like some more that they don't list here.
Do I want a fish ice cream?
Yeah,
It's like
yeah,
a
these ones
bean
are
paste
delicious though.
ice cream. This also looks
If you like red
interesting.
bean.
This kind of seems like a vibe. Honey apple ice cream cone. That's probably fascinating. So in Korea, they do things where it's like, they give you an ice cup, and then you buy your own drinks, and then you mix it into the ice cup, and then you have a ready-to-go drink. Oh yeah.
So something like that, but the one I had was already pre-made.
And you can also add all these things in here as well. We have something else in mind though.
It looks like they updated it.
Okay, so we've now acquired our ice cups, but instead of making our own drinks inside of the 7-Eleven, which is extremely common here, we're gonna do it a little bit differently because today's video is sponsored by GamerSubs.
Oh, he
Shout
is
out
sponsored by
GamerSubs.
them.
Without them, we wouldn't be in Korea right now. What we're gonna do is we bought some water.
That's cool.
We're gonna mix in
That's
the
cool.
ice. We got the mango GamerSubs here now. What I do like about GamerSubs is it doesn't taste chalky. Also, you can get GamerSubs for what, 40 cents per serving. So it's basically the cheapest one on the market, and it tastes.
I am not sponsored by any company, so I plan on making a video like trying a lot of them, but I think it just fizzled out. Like I have my reviews. I should record it sometime though, because I've tried multiple companies stuff. So yeah, like it's weird that like there's some G Fuel that I like. There's some G Fuel I don't like, but the consistency is different than GamerSubs. I like the consistency of GamerSubs more because like there's no residue. Like for some reason there's like no residue when you use GamerSubs, but there's also flavors that I like and don't like with GamerSubs as well. So it's basically what flavor you like, more or less. So
It's the best, so I don't really
could
see
go
a loss
on
here.
about
And if you
those,
don't
though.
believe my statements, you can click this link in the description down below and use code Atozy for a free sample pack of GamerSubs. So it's 1 spoon of GamerSubs per 500 milliliters. No, per 250 milliliters. Oh my.
yeah, I use 2 scoops per more or less a water bottle, like a 16 ounce. So, not really 16 ounce. I'm trying to think. I use 2 scoops for 14 ounces. That's right. With G Fuel, I use 1 scoop for 15 ounces. So.
Don't worry, I shall clean that up.
Like I said, not sponsored by that.
And the ice will work as our own shaker cup today. Thankfully, GamerSubs also has a whole plethora of wonderful shaker cups as well. It actually smells amazing.
Which sells out pretty fast, I think. So, yeah.
Dude, taste that. Taste that. That is actually amazing. What? Taste that. Genuinely.
Okay, no, you got me.
Dude, that's amazing.
Also, I
Cheers.
wouldn't think mango would have been
Thank you. Gombe.
orange.
Gombe.
Not green.
Gombe. Thank you so much, GamerSubs, for sponsoring this video. That was cooking with Arling, cooking with Earl, cooking with Atozy. Raise your hand if you've ever seen something like this before. Sally sells seashells by the seashore. Nailed that first try. Wait, I can't rotate that way. That's okay. Dude, did you see that?
Jesus Christ.
Did you see that? I caught it.
That was the GamerSubs.
That was purely GamerSubs. GamerSubs GG/Atozy. Use code Atozy. So you can have razor quick reflexes like me, and I'm completely jaywalking like a complete moron. I'm so sorry. Well, actually, I wasn't jaywalking. We had the right of way. Dude, we are so locked in.
So going into the trial, we had a lot of questions revolving Hank and Johnny's relationship because recently Hank went onto the K-Town Social podcast and said, hey,
Yeah, I saw that with
Johnny
Legal
owed him
Mindset.
$20,000. He wasn't associated with Johnny anymore, and Johnny no longer lived with him. And to be fair, are we surprised there's trouble in paradise when you have 2 dudes living on top of each other?
Yeah, because like there's only so if his behavior off camera was the same on camera, there's only so much Hank could take. I would think, even if he was a fan and trying to like back him up, there's only so much.
In a extremely small apartment for about a year.
Especially if it was like
especially when you
ungrateful.
consider that one of the dudes there is not making any money. He's actually just a drain on this dude's life, and he's causing a massive rift between him and his family. And this guy's family is paying for the other dude's time. It's just not a good deal for them whatsoever.
We're now headed to the Johnny Smalley trial. It's the day of. The trial begins in just a few hours. It's pouring rain here in Seoul. So we have the umbrellas on deck, locked in. And it's going to be interesting to see what happens today, because this apparently is supposed to be the most important trial day, because you actually have a witness, which is Bong Bong. And it'll also be really interesting to see if Bong Bong actually shows up, because it seems like there's been a lot of intimidation towards her, because Johnny Somali and the people who support him don't want her to show up and testify. But again, she's not the only one who has the deepfake charges against him.
Was there a chance that this is also the day that we get to know like the closing dates and whatnot?
Could be. And the other interesting thing that's happening today is we'll find out what the fourth obstruction of business is. Also today, the trial is actually at 4 p.m., not 9 in the morning, so the odds of him not oversleeping and showing up drunk are a lot higher. But never zero with this guy.
So it could be drunk.
So what are we expecting to happen today in court?
We're going to hear a new charge, which is an obstruction of business. We know that.
Yeah.
And we're going to hear a plea.
Yeah.
Johnny. We're going to hear him confirm his address.
Yeah.
Confirm his occupation. See what he's going to say. And then, what do we got? Bong Bong.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, because like, didn't he say he was a student? So like, what would the punishment be for lying about your occupation? Because I think that's like one of the few things that I haven't heard Legal Mindset talk about, or maybe he didn't. I just forgot, or it was like in his stream, but not in his condensed version of the stream. So
he's going to testify, and it should be very interesting.
Well, I guess we'll check back in when we know. So Johnny's current freedom will be decided behind these doors.
Obviously, I can't film inside the court, so we did a little drawing again.
Another
so
one.
Here you see the judge in the middle there, and then on one side you have the prosecution, and on the other side you have the defense. And clearly we had a very sad Johnny Somali sitting in court today. So this is essentially what it looked like. You had the translator in the middle, and then you had the prosecution and the defense on opposite sides, and obviously the judge in the middle behind what says court in Korean there.
Hey brother. Here's the boys. How we feeling?
silent treatment.
Did you see that strut? He hit the... What were the big updates?
The Vince strut?
Dude was definitely walking cursive, or at the very least, italic. I've never seen someone try to keep that straight of a face before. All right, so we just got out of court. What were the big updates that happened during it?
Well, we had not a surprise witness, because the definition of that is somebody who we didn't know was going to be called. But we just made a mistake about assuming who was going to be called. It actually turned out to be the Lotte World employee who had to deal with Johnny.
Oh, so we thought Bong Bong was going to be called, but it wasn't Bong Bong. It was her instead?
Yes, so that was for the obstruction of business at Lotte World. And then but Johnny changed his plea to guilty.
So therefore she didn't have to testify.
Exactly.
Wow.
Okay.
A+ judge right there, right? Just, oh, no, just plead guilty. Like, really? I mean, like, I guess that's the best thing the judge, the lawyer thought that he should do or something like that. So, also, like, I want to say, like, the guy in the middle is just not in a good spot between two umbrellas. So, I don't know. I mean, he could move, but yeah.
Because he pled guilty. So he changed that one plea, so now we only have 2 not guilty pleas.
And the 2 that are not guilty pleas, those are both for the deepfakes or for the...
Those are both for the deepfakes.
Right.
And
I wonder what are the odds that he's going to plead guilty eventually for both of them. Like, I think like it was for distributing, right? And I saw on the live that he said that the lawyer was like, oh, he didn't create them, but he did distribute them. So I was like, isn't that a plea of guilty, right? in a way?
And they're going to call witnesses for that, which is what they were arranging now.
Okay.
So they did not
So
originally
that one
want
might be the
witnesses for that,
Bong
or that's
Bong.
what
the lawyers tried to stop it.
Yeah. Okay.
Since he insists on a not guilty plea, they have to call the witnesses.
But since
Right.
now witnesses are involved, that means the next trial is going to be 2 to 3 months out from now. I'm assuming.
Oh,
October
jeez.
24th. October 24th is the next
October
trial.
29th.
We're waiting a confirmation from that right now because we always want to check. But it sounded like you're pretty sure that sounded like October 24th. Right? Yeah.
The lawyer was asking for too much time for cross-referencing, so the judge said that prosecution said they only needed like 10-15 minutes. He wanted like 25-30 minutes.
The
So that
judge
means
has
the
had
lawyer,
it.
since the lawyer first tried to stop the testimony, it would stop the witnesses, but since the court insists on the witnesses, the lawyer asked for more time than they could allocate.
Okay.
So that means he really wants to, grill the witnesses.
So would you overall say this trial went good or bad for Johnny, or this case, or this trial date?
I think it was pretty stupid.
Okay.
It was but you have a defendant who's insisting on these not guilty pleas, and you have a lawyer who's just flustered. And this is actually the first time we heard this lawyer make an argument.
Oh.
And how do you do?
His argument was that Johnny did not.
Yeah, because wasn't before it was like just plead guilty or something like that. No real argument.
Produce the deep fakes. He only
Yeah.
distributed them.
That's what I mentioned earlier.
Right.
To which the prosecution says, "Well, that's what you're accused of. You're accused of distributing them."
Yeah.
that is so stupid. Like, yeah, I would imagine that would come from Johnny's, like Ramsey's mouth, but not from the lawyer. Like, what? It's like, oh no, I didn't do this, but he did do that, even though he's being charged for that and not what you said he didn't do. Like, come on.
Regardless of whether you made them.
Yeah.
So why are you insisting on a not guilty plea?
Exactly.
But he is. It's a paradox.
Right.
It's like basically saying,
you made them, you're guilty.
yes.
Oh, if you said you distributed them, you're guilty.
Yeah, they cannot deny having distributed them. I think it goes back to what the lawyer said, like way back when. We said the law itself is stupid.
Right.
They're trying to argue.
They're trying the Chewbacca defense.
Oh no.
Johnny.
That better not work. Oh, is that the lawyer?
No, okay. They don't want to be on camera.
What's interesting also is the North Korea charges that were hovering over his head, because he was actually brought in for questioning there. And
Right.
he essentially got out of that by saying, hey, I didn't know what I was saying or doing. Please don't charge me.
Right. I did not know what I was saying. Even though he said it in English, which is his main language, and not in Korean. Like, if he said it in Korean, like, there could be some legs to that defense, but he said it in English, which is his main language that we know of. So, right.
When I go to the judge tomorrow and say, "Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm mentally ill. I don't know what's going on. I plead mentally insane." And they say, "Okay, go home with a fine of $500.
Well, the only problem with that is his own streams, just like everything else he does.
Right.
But here, he proves that he is very aware of how serious this behavior is here.
How did he get off of
You said
that?
you read up on the law. What's the law on that North Korea?
All right, so no propaganda, bro.
No propaganda.
Like,
What is
don't
the-
carry around no.
What's the
placards,
definition of
like,
propaganda?
Papers, like papers promoting Kim Jong Un, like T-shirts promoting Kim Jong Un. None of that, bro.
I ain't got no T-shirt.
No, I know, but don't be talking about him and saying he's a real god and whatnot.
What's kind of ironic of all this is clearly, as we saw in the start of this video, Johnny wanted so badly to be liked and kind of be like Ice Poseidon. But unfortunately for him, his own behavior led to him being hated even by his idol.
This is the reality of the
Right.
situation, okay? I'm telling you the reality.
I'm listening.
I went to Japan before, no problems. After you did your I went to Japan, a bunch of problems. Why is that? Because of you. Made my life harder, so I
Right.
do not like you.
So clearly, reality is slow.
Just one person can just ruin the entire experience for the whole group. Like, it doesn't even matter if you it doesn't matter if you're like in that genre of streaming, like nuisance streaming. You can't even like stream without being, I don't know. There's just a different feel about that. I would assume that there's a different feel for like foreigners in those places streaming now.
Really kicking in with Johnny that, hey, you're no longer playing a game. You have some serious consequences that are hanging over your head. Because it seems like he's taking this more seriously now. He still showed up late, but
Really?
at least he had a fitting suit, and he didn't make a whole scene when he arrived. But the main thing I noticed looking at him was, wow.
Oh, there's two tubs now.
Wow, he looks incredibly defeated. But unfortunately for him, he still hasn't apologized.
Well, what was the bottom one? Lean. I think I tried it before. I don't think I was a fan of it. Like, I think right now, I'm like I'll give it to like GamerSupps has it over G Fuel with their non-caffeine versions, because I've tried both. Like the G Fuel peach rings, the normal one, that's like my top flavor for them. But the caffeine free version is not great. Like to me, this is my own personal opinion. But then what was it? I think it was like the G Fuel Rains, or not G Fuel, but the GamerSupps Rain Tears or whatever Tears, the one that's like mango peach. That caffeine free version is pretty good. So yeah. I mean, I get different people have different tastes, so.
He's now ran out of time to apologize and get a more linear sentence here, because for some reason he just keeps doubling down. His whole strategy here does not make sense, because he was hit with 8 charges, 6 of which he's already pleaded guilty to. That was the 4 obstruction of business charges and the 2 misdemeanors. But
and like the he's gonna say like the ones he's probably gonna say, but the ones he's pleading not guilty to, he admitted it to one, so why would you plead not guilty? That just the
last 2 charges, which are the more serious charges, he pleaded not guilty to.
Right.
And he did it in a little bit of an interesting way, because these last 2 charges, they are for distributing and creating deepfakes. And he pled not guilty, but also said while he was pleading not guilty that, he did distribute them. And while that could make sense if you're in the US, here in Korea, under his circumstances, that does not make sense whatsoever, because he's ran out of money. He's using Hank's money to keep paying for his own attorney. And this is only going to prolong the entire trial process and make his sentencing even harsher, because
and make Hank and his family spend more money. It's just for a losing battle too.
He's not pleading guilty. And as we've already established, he's already distributed them. So from the people I've talked to here, that'll extend.
Like, he's already lost, right? It's just like I know like the deepfake stuff is the more serious one, but like even if those weren't on the table, he's already pleaded guilty to all the other ones. So even with the setting, there's going to be some stuff afterwards. So it's a losing battle.
Both his trial process, but also make his sentence way harsher. And realistically, he's looking at a prison sentence from anywhere from 3 to 8 years here. And that's if the charges stay as is, because before every single trial date, they add more charges. And that's because, again, he live streamed himself committing felonies, because the dude can't stop incriminating himself. So this might go down as one of the largest cases of a streamer effing around and finding out.
Right.
If you want to try GamerSupps for free, you can go to gamersupps.gg/.
I like how the caption mentioned it wrong too, but I feel like it has to be harsher, because there's like the intention of with the live stream, but that's just my hot take, right? It's just like you're committing these minor offenses, and obviously they're gonna stack up and make it more worse than if you were just to only have one, right? So but I feel like with the intention of the live stream there, it just makes it that much more worse, because you're doing it knowingly, and you're, I guess, broadcasting it out to the world rather than just creating a nuisance just within yourself and like the proximity, right? So I just feel like that's just much more worse. But I guess the nuances of the law and live streaming is, like I said, I'm not a lawyer. I don't know the laws there. I'm just this is just how I feel about it.
Atozy, you can get a free sample packet when you use code Atozy. Or if you want another way to support the channel, we have a whole plethora of new releases over on Matt.City, including the Soul Collection. And you could use those as a rug on the floor or hang them up as wall decor. It's up to you.
There's also so many codes I use for gamer subs. So many creators, I just rotate them.
I mean, look at this thing. It looks pretty dope.
That looks
Matt City,
fantastic.
baby. Notice how they're actually braided as well, so they'll actually last a long time.
Also, a lot of people wanted the exact drawing I did from court last time, but unfortunately I discarded it. But this time, I'm keeping it. And if someone wants it, I'll just be putting it on eBay. Open bid, $1. Have at it, guys. It could be yours for maybe like 20 bucks. Who knows, depending on how many people actually want it.
I also want to give a big shout out to Gabe from Culture Brat Productions.
I want to see it after I'm done recording this.
One of the largest documentaries on IRL streaming now soon, which he's just released a trailer to right here.
I wonder who those two people are.
Which you can check out here. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Alright, another good video for Atozy, but like I said, I probably had to like cut out this whole part right here, but yeah, it's just because he wants that not guilty, it's just gonna prolong it, but I guess in a sense it's gonna keep making other content creators more money because of it. So his loss is their gain. I mean, I don't have monetization yet, so one day, hopefully I can get it by the end of the year. Hopefully, that's the plan. But yeah, we'll see. So anyways, hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, thank you for watching and have a nice day.